Hello, welcome to my apartment. It's time to talk defense. We're doing pick 3 DST. Means every week I'm going to give you 3 defenses I like, a stud defense, a solid defense, and a sleeper defense, and then one defense I want you to stay away from. If you want my full weekly rankings, you can click in the link below. That goes the weekly rankings as well as my season-long rankings, which are done based on my down formula, defenses of weekly note, where I take into account pressure rate, quarterback sacks, drives ending in a turnover, and a bunch of other stats I like that I think indicate which defense is best for fantasy. So let's start this one off with a bang. My number 1 defense of the week is the San Francisco 49ers. This one comes down to injury. They had Nick Bosa, for 2 games last year. They had Dee Ford for 1 game. That drastically changes this defense. The pass rush finished 22nd last year. I think it's going to be a massive upgrade this year. Also, I don't like the Detroit offense. Love DeAndre Swift. Do not think that a passing offense led by Jared Goff and Tyrell Williams is one that I'm going to be afraid of. So I think you should hammer the San Francisco 49ers defense this week. Second defense, my solid defense, is the Denver Broncos. Another defense that I think will be drastically different because of injury last year. Not having Von Miller totally reshapes this defense. They also only had 7 games from AJ Boye, 6 games from Mike Purcell, 3 games from Jarrell Casey. I know not all of those guys are there this year, but what I mean is this is a banged up defense last year that I think it will go back to being the kind of dominant defensive unit that we've seen from them in the past. Also, just like with the 49ers choice, I don't really love the Giants offense. Saquon Barkley is not 100%, so I think he's going to be on a snap count this week. Daniel Jones has looked pretty iffy. They've had injuries to Darius Slayton, Evan Ingram. I don't think this is an offense near 100%, and the offensive line is not good. So I expect the Broncos to be in the backfield a lot. Third defense, my sleeper defense, is the Miami Dolphins. I don't understand why they're ranked so low. Okay, this is a team that was first in the NFL in drives ending in an offensive turnover last year. They were 11th in pressure rate. They were 10th in sacks. This is an opportunistic defense, and I only expect bigger things from young players like Christian Watkins, Raekwon Davis. They have a great secondary with Xavier Howard, Eric Rowe, Byron Jones, and I think this is all just inflated Mac Jones Patriots love. Yes, he might be a good quarterback in the future. He is a rookie quarterback in his first game. His wide receiver core is still very iffy. I do not think that people are giving enough respect to the Dolphins defense this week. And if you love narratives, it's Brian Flores, who used to coordinate the Patriots defense, going against the Patriots offense. The guy knows defense, okay? I expect the Dolphins to come out with a very good effort against the Patriots. My stay away defense is the Jacksonville Jaguars. I know that they're trendy right now because they're playing against the Texans. Do not buy into that. As I say over and over again in my rankings, you need to go for talent on defense over the matchup. Okay, talent is crucial, getting pressure on the quarterback, getting turnovers. If you hold an offense to a low scoring total, but you don't get sacks, you don't get turnovers, you're getting 4, 5, 6 points from your fantasy defense. That doesn't really move the needle for you. The Jaguars were 31st in the NFL last year with only 18 sacks. Tyrod Taylor might not be leading a very dynamic offense in Houston, but he doesn't take a lot of sacks, and he does not turn the ball over. He doesn't take bad chances. When he was with the Bills, he had single-digit interceptions on the season. I do not think this is a game where the Jaguars are going to rack up sacks and picks, so even if it's a low-scoring game, I do not expect them to be a really high-scoring defense, and I would be looking somewhere else. That's it for this week's Pick 3 DST. Check back in next week, and as always, click the rankings below. I update them during the week as we get weather and injury updates, and I'll see you guys next week.